Hey guys, it's me, MTG Angel. We are in a strange time right now. It's one of those moments where nothing is really fun to buy, nothing's obvious, and you might even be accumulating cash. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We just had the secret layers drop, but a lot of people couldn't even buy as much as they wanted. So, what do you do with your money? Do you just sit around and sit on your hands? Or do you buy some boxes of something that might not be fun to buy? No screaming opportunity, just says, I'm going to pump soon. Let's talk about that really quick. I believe that there's a lot of opportunity in the market right now. I think that because not only have prices retraced, but everything's still, everything's calm, nothing's moving crazy, and this is a moment where you need to think within yourself and think, what were the products that I actually enjoy? What did I like? What do I actually want? And if you can do that, there's a lot of products that you can buy right now. I recently went heavy on Brothers War, and I figured there's never going to be more Brothers War in this market. It's always going to be less Brothers War, and they're never going to pre-print more. So I wanted to hold some. I wanted to get them now before they went up to $500-$600. And you know what? I had more time than I thought I did, especially with this market stall. But now, after I've recouped some more money, I'm thinking, what's the next thing? What's the next thing that I could be picking up in this moment? And I would argue it would be, the screaming buys to me are going to be Final Fantasy, Outlaws, Murders, and Commander Masters. Let me tell you why. So, Final Fantasy has had a little bit of a retracement in its price. And yes, it had pumped up to 1,500. But what that means is that it has it in it to go to 2,000. It does have what it takes. It's just going to take more time than a couple months out of release. So I think we all can realize that Final Fantasy will probably be 2,000, which is why this is a great time to actually pick some up. You could expect Final Fantasy to be $2,000 in a year, 2 years, when supply has drained a little more. And then you have Murders and Outlaws. Now, a lot of people are going to complain about these sets still. They're going to say, hey, when these came out, I still remember how bad these bombed. And yeah, there's always going to be people who remember. But there's a lot of people who just want the cards. They just want the treatments. And maybe they just want a box to crack. These are great boxes for that. The last one's going to be Commander Masters. I don't know if any of you guys have opened Commander Masters collector boxes, but they're stacked. Those boxes, it's not just the rares and mythics, but the commons, the uncommons are stacked. Even some of the tokens in Commander Masters are stacked. And these boxes are sitting around $300, around that dollars. And they are for the most played format to date. The most played. And I don't know how many people you guys know outside of your own ecosystems of Magic. Everyone's playing Commander. Every normie, every new player, they're all playing Commander. So that means these cards are going to be continued to be demanded forever. Now, I get it, they're foil etched and they're a little different. Like, you still have to like the foil etch for some of them. And some of them are just basic staples. But I'm telling you, it's always the basic staples and the most boring and simple things that are purchased every day. And if you have something getting purchased every day, the odds are supply is getting drained faster than you actually can realize. So, what am I saying? I'm not telling you to go out and buy and open Commander Masters collector boxes, but I am suggesting you buy some and store it in your closet. the price has stayed around $300 for the good portion of a year now, which, as you know, a lot of these other boxes have just gone crazy. So I think that's a good sign for Commander Masters. Anyways, this was just a quick one to really talk about the idea that maybe we are at a really good time in the market, especially as a buyer. We've got some retracements, and we've got some stability and slowness in the market, and now is a nice inflection point. And if there's something you wanted, move in. Slip in a little bit. Buy a little more. Add to your positions. Maybe start a position. Maybe try this whole buying and investing in magic thing. I mean, who knows? It might not do good. But there's a chance that it does better than your traditional investments, like it has for me. And the one thing I know is I wish I bought more during times like this, when pretty much all these purchases could potentially 2x, 3x, 4x your money. Commander Masters one day will be $600, $1,000 a box. So that's pretty much it, guys. Stay safe. See you guys later.